Both Barbara's father John and grandfather Jack were barrow boys, known in the trade as costermongers. Larry Barnes is an authority on the history of London market life.
My family on my mother's side, the Ellises, looked down on the costermongers, the Deekses. Now, why did they look down on costermongers?
In the early days, before they started leasing out the pitches, when you put your pitch down wherever you could, the policeman could come along and say, you're causing an obstruction, move it, and you got no choice, you moved
I
it.
see.
So you were an itinerant.
Yes.
And itinerants were very much rogues and vagabonds.
Okay.
In the 18th century, if you were thirsty on the streets of London, you bought an apple, a costard apple. And the traders who sold them in baskets became known as costardmongers. In Victorian times, when Jack Deeks was born, there were about 30,000 costers in London selling all manner of produce. They sewed lines of pearl buttons, known as the flash, on their jackets and hats.
That was just the flash, as was. So you get the term flash git and flash boy from.
Your flash git.
Exactly.
I see.
And if you wore a flash in a market, you were a coster. And slowly, the coster king of each market became the pearly king of that area.
East End market life is responsible for some of the most enduring contributions to London's popular culture. The most inventive, started by the costers, is undoubtedly rhyming slang.
Slang, you know where that comes from?
No.
Slang, secret language.
Secret language, oh
Yeah.
wow. No,
It wasn't really trying to be cool and wicked and all like that. It had a purpose. You wanted to talk secretly to somebody without that geezer over there knowing what was going on.
On my mother's side, I always remember them saying, don't talk rhyming slang, don't talk like the barrow boys, like the costermongers.
I mean, that's the market.
Yes.
You're slightly above that.
Well, I think that was why, on my mother's side, they were always worried about me going to see my paternal nan and granddad, because they did speak like that, you see. That was especially just my granddad. Yeah, Granddad Deeks.
Barbara hopes that a distant cousin who she's never met before can help her trace the Deeks family further back.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, darling. How lovely to meet you. Oh, we match, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Good taste.
and you're Gloria, aren't
I
you?
am,
I love
yeah.
that
Nice
name,
to meet you,
Gloria.
Barbara.
I love it. And nice to see you, darling. And so I've been told that you know something about the Deeks family.
Yeah, well, my name was Gloria Deeks.
Oh, you're Gloria Deeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
So
on.
what I'd like to show you is this here.
Oh, goodness me.
This is your great grandfather.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, I wondered who that was, that gentleman. Oh,
Yeah.
and it didn't dawn on me.
Yeah.
That's quite an old
So
picture.
we share the
yeah.
same great grandfather.
Great grandfather.
He had over 10 children.
10.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, and they all went into obviously different
Trades,
and some were in the furniture business, chair makers.
Yeah.
And some were in they had fruit and vegetables.
Yeah.
Costermongers.
Costermongers, yeah.
This is my father.
Mm-hmm. Lovely, handsome.
There's just something, a look about them, isn't there, that...
Yeah, absolutely.
They were very attractive
You know
men.
the Deeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my father was very aware of that. So was
Yes.
my granddad.
Yeah.
You know, he'd. And my thing, I always think my mother did marry for looks and the personality of my father.
Yeah.
Because when it boiled down to it, he was everything she didn't want in a man because he had no ambition.
Yeah.
You know, he just wanted to go and drink in the pubs in the East End. And yet he was a highly intelligent. Yeah. And so was my granddad. Yeah, they were. They all won their scholarships.
Yeah, my dad did.
Marks,
My dad won a scholarship.
Yes, it's funny. And I did when I was 10 and a half, 11. Yeah, it's, I won the highest marks in the whole of North London.
Brilliant. Well done. I'd like to show you this one as well, Barbara.
Oh, that's this pub.
Yeah, this is this pub. Yeah.
Oh,
The Royal
gosh.
Oak.
And it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The shape of it's still the
It's
same.
still the same, yes.
Yeah. It's, and
So who are you going to point out for me?
There
That's
he
great
is,
granddad.
great-granddad.
Yeah, they're on one of their outings.
Excuse me, there's something that might interest you down the back here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So here. Oh, wow.
fantastic.
Oh, isn't that oh, you must be thrilled.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, look, now.
Oh, much clearer too,
there's
isn't it?
great
Look at him
granddad.
there. Yeah.
And there's.
That's my granddad.
Wow. Do people comment on it?
Yeah, everyone goes up to it and looks at it. You get
Well,
people
can you
like
say that?
huddling round
They're
it.
Barbara Windsor's, who you might know her. She's a lady who, carry on in EastEnders, and say that that's my great grandfather. This
Yeah.
gentleman
This one with the
here,
moustache.
Okay.
on a cigarette machine. That's fantastic. The Deekses. Gosh, I never thought I'd find anything like this.
Amazing.
Terrific.
Before she leaves, there's more information for Barbara on an even earlier generation of Deekses.
What have you
Here we
got
go.
here, Chloe?
Right, this is the 1871 census.
Right.
And it shows you there, this is your great-grandfather,
Yeah.
which is John
John.
Deeks. And this is his father, your great-great-grandfather, also called John.
Oh, how original.
Yeah. There seem to be quite a lot of them.
So
They-
that's great-grandfather.
That's right, and they lived at 14 Howard Street, which unfortunately is no longer there, so...
He was a bricklayer.
He was a bricklayer.
That's quite a good job then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
wasn't
it probably
bad, was
helped build the East End, I would think.
Yes, I would think so. What I loved about meeting Gloria was finding out that I've got 2 more generations of EastEnders in me, as Mummy always denied me being a Cockney, and I feel like I might be a true EastEnder.